UPI benefit the younger generations are willing to use it. As a completely naive person, I can go to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT like you would do to a 4-year-old. It's a revolution. It's unparalleled. I'm getting that connection that is actually lacking in today's world. We are lacking real connections and real conversations in today's world.
We're joined by someone who has been shaping the digital marketing and media space for more than 8 years, Richu Mathew.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the welcome. Majority of the talent for research and development getting new features. If you look at Instagram, at least one new feature is being pushed out every single day. I'll have to slightly reframe it also. If I'm forced to delete, if I delete that, probably my productivity will go up.
From partnering with global names like Asian Paints, Havells, Kellogg's, Cadbury, and SRM University, to driving growth, building dynamic teams, and creating impactful campaigns across media, marketing, and production, he has been steering Lavender Media Private Limited as managing partner and COO. Please welcome to the first ever podcast of Lavender Unplugged, Richu Mathew.
Thank you so much, Maria. Thank you for the welcome.
നമ്മൾ ഇന്ന് ഇവിടെ ജോയിൻ ആയിരിക്കുന്നത്, ഈ പോഡ്കാസ്റ്റിൽ ജോയിൻ ആയിരിക്കുന്നത് നമ്മുടെ ഗ്രോയിങ് ജനറേഷന്റെ ഓൺലൈൻ മാർക്കറ്റിംഗ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഡിജിറ്റൽ വേൾഡിനെ കുറിച്ചും അതിൽ AI പ്രസക്തിയെ കുറിച്ചും സംസാരിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ടാണ്. സോ ലെറ്റ്സ് സ്റ്റാർട്ട് വിത്ത് എ ജനറൽ ഡിസ്കഷൻ ഓൺ വാട്ട് ഈസ് ഗോയിങ് ഓൺ ദ ഡിജിറ്റൽ വേൾഡ്.
ഓക്കെ, സോ ബിഫോർ വി ഗെറ്റ് ഓൺ ടു AI, ഇപ്പം നമ്മൾ നോക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ ഇന്ത്യയിൽ ഇപ്പോഴത്തെ ഈ ഡിജിറ്റൽ ഓർ AI റെവല്യൂഷൻ ദാറ്റ് ഡിഡ്ന്റ് ഹാപ്പൻ ഓവർനൈറ്റ്. Let's say 2026 തൊട്ട് എടുക്കുകയാണ്. 26 Jio launched. Jio introduced free data plans that brought people onto the internet. Internet penetration ഇത്രയും ഹൈ ആവാനുള്ള മേജർ റീസൺ ഇസ് ജിയോയുടെ ഫ്രീ ഡേറ്റ പ്ലാൻസ്. സോ വൺസ് പീപ്പിൾ ഗോട്ട് ഓൺലൈൻ, 2016 എൻഡിൽ തന്നെ UPI was introduced. People started making payments online. Then demonetization came. People were forced to take their transactions online. Then 1920 COVID came. So COVID came, the biggest advantage that COVID did was the section of the society that was very adamant not to move digitally, let's say 35 plus or 40 plus, that category was brought online because of COVID. So here a series of events have boosted the digital growth in India, which would have taken around 10-15 years, happened in like 4-5 years. That is the digital boom that happened in the last decade or so in India, and that is irreplaceable. We can't find such a series of events happening anywhere else in the world. So I think India is well prepared. The soil is very fertile. India is very prepared for a digital revolution that is already on the way.
Yeah, I guess even നമ്മുടെ ബാങ്ക്സ് എല്ലാം തന്നെ ഇതിനു മുമ്പ് പ്രിപ്പയർ ആയിട്ട് ഡെബിറ്റ് കാർഡ്സ്, അതുപോലെ തന്നെ ആപ്സ്, ഇപ്പൊ ഫെഡറൽ ബാങ്ക് എടുക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ ഫെഡ് മൊബൈൽ, HDFCയുടെ പേസ് ആപ്പ്, ഇതെല്ലാം തന്നെ ഒരു 2012-2013 പ്രൊഡക്ഷൻ സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്ത് അതിന്റെ ഡെവലപ്മെന്റ് സ്റ്റേജ് ഓൾമോസ്റ്റ് ഫിനിഷ് ആയി ക്ലയൻസിലേക്ക് എത്തിക്കൊണ്ടിരുന്നു. ബട്ട് അഗൈൻ പീപ്പിൾ വെർ വെരി reluctant to use that. But these things
force them to come online.
Yeah.
And I think COVID is a major factor in that, because let's say UPI benefit the younger generations are willing to use it. But always people above 35-40 or so, they're very skeptical to use a new technology. And adando avare scare cheyyunna saanana. But because of COVID, they were forced to spend time online. And they were forced to spend time at home. They didn't have anything else to do, which made them stick to their phones, trying out new apps. Let's take the simple example of my parents. They were not introduced to online shopping or social media before COVID. Right now, I would say after work, they use more of social media and online tools more than I do actually. So COVID was a factor that was the most important factor, I would say, because everything else is a choice. When COVID came, that was not a choice. It was almost mandatory for people to go online and do their stuff online. So yeah, just like you said, നമുക്ക് കോവിഡ് വന്നപ്പോൾ we were able to have that transition because the infrastructure and ecosystem was well set out there. Even let's take UPI. So even UPI ആണെങ്കിൽ പോലും like we were familiar with UPI before COVID, but ആ ഒരു ഇൻഫ്രാസ്ട്രക്ചറും ആ ഒരു എക്കോസിസ്റ്റം അവിടെ ഉണ്ടായത് കൊണ്ടാണ് നമുക്ക് ഇത്ര സ്മൂത്ത് ആയിട്ടും ഇത്ര എഫക്റ്റീവ് ആയിട്ടും നമുക്ക് ഓൺലൈൻ സ്പേസ് യൂട്ടിലൈസ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റിയത്.
Even privatization also helped a lot to
definitely
grow the stage.
And I think in a way നമ്മുടെ government also had a vision to take things online, and ഈ ബാക്കിയുള്ള കാര്യങ്ങൾ വന്നപ്പോൾ that really accelerated that process. അതാണ് എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നത്. Like a lot of key players are in there. Like even things turned out in a much better way that they even would have envisioned themselves.
Yes. After post-COVID, we can almost say that a revolution of digitalization of India has, not just boomed, but it bombarded or it blasted like
It's a revolution. It's unparalleled. Like we cannot unparalleled and unprecedented. Like I don't think any other digital phenomena happening anywhere else in the world can even compare to what happened in the last 4 or 5 years in India.
And I think most of the countries were, other countries were envious also about our growth.
Especially with the UPI technology, they're not able to replicate UPIs the way we are doing in such a safe and fast mode. So definitely the background ecosystem is what has really helped us to have this really smooth transition.
Can you say that that machine learning system or AI, in the artificial intelligence, also have helped this process to grow faster?
I think AI was like the cherry on top of the cake. So the digital revolution, I don't think that was led by AI, but definitely right after the COVID and whatever we spoke, the way the digital ecosystem is being treated right now, AI is the fastest accelerator in that too. So basically, what AI is doing is AI is accelerating every other invention or innovation that is happening. So something that would have rated an 8 star with an AI that becomes a 10-star product. The user experience is getting better day by day, and that is because almost everyone out there is making use of AI, and definitely AI is the buzzword today. And almost everything that we see out there has an AI tag on it. And I don't really support the fact that everything that people say is AI is not really AI, but AI is the biggest accelerator in the digital world today.
So, through the coming of AI and digitalization, in AI പേഴ്സണലൈസ് ചെയ്യുന്നു എന്നുള്ളത് ഒരു ഫാക്റ്റാണ്. അതെ, അപ്പോൾ ആ ഫാക്റ്റിൽ നമ്മൾ ജീവിക്കുന്ന സമയത്ത് is it becoming creepy or is just a buzzword, or to what extent does it become a creepy experience?
So it becomes creepy when they perform something that you don't expect them to perform. So നമ്മൾ എക്സ്പെക്ട് ചെയ്യുന്ന കാര്യങ്ങൾ ഇപ്പം ഫോർ എക്സാമ്പിൾ ഇപ്പോൾ ഞാൻ എൻ്റെ ഫ്രണ്ടിനോട് ഐഫോണിനെ കുറിച്ച് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിയുമ്പോൾ ഫോൺ തുറക്കുമ്പോൾ ഐഫോണിന്റെ ആഡ് വരുന്നത് ദാറ്റ് വി ഹാവ് got accustomed to it. That doesn't scare us anymore. That doesn't make the device creepy anymore. But let me give you an example. For example, a person goes online, shops for plus sized clothes, and they buy cosmetics along with that, and they check out. Right after they open their phone, they start seeing ads for diet pills. Would you call that creepy? That is the point there. So they kind of correlated plus size clothes with the person might be wanting to do a diet there. So where you draw the line is what defines it. So in terms of artificial intelligence, it might give you that suggestion.
നമ്മുടെ പർച്ചേസ് ബിഹേവിയർ ഒരു ആക്സിലറേറ്റർ ആയിട്ട് പോകുന്നുണ്ടോ എന്ന് ഫീൽ ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ടോ? ബിക്കോസ് ഈ സോഷ്യൽ മീഡിയയുടെ യൂസിലാണ് നമ്മൾ കൂടുതലും ഡിസ്കസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് നമ്മുടെ ഫ്രണ്ട്സ് ആയിട്ട്, വാട്സാപ്പിൽ ത്രൂ now WhatsApp is connected with every other social media. I think very few social medias are not interconnected with WhatsApp or the metadata. So ആ ഒരു ലെവലിൽ നിൽക്കുമ്പോൾ ഈ ഡിസ്കഷൻസ് മേ ബി ത്രൂ ഇൻസ്റ്റഗ്രാം ചാറ്റ്സ് ഓർ മേ ബി ത്രൂ the WhatsApp chats or Facebook chats, even the search engines searches what we do, ഇതെല്ലാം ക്യൂറേറ്റ് ചെയ്തിട്ടാണല്ലോ AI ഒരു ആൻസർ തരുന്നത്. അപ്പൊ ഇത് നമുക്ക് വേണ്ടിയാണോ, നമുക്കല്ലാതെ നമുക്ക് നമ്മുടെ ഫ്രണ്ട്സിന് വേണ്ടിയാണോ നമ്മൾ ചെയ്യുന്നതെന്ന് മനസ്സിലാക്കാതെ ഒരു ബിഹേവിയർ കാണിക്കുന്ന പോലെ തോന്നാറുണ്ടോ ഇടയ്ക്ക്?
Okay, so one important part of that question is what's happened integration into this marketing ecosystem. So Meta bought WhatsApp a few years back, and WhatsApp is a zero revenue making platform. If Meta is spending lakhs of billions of dollars on a zero revenue making platform, you should definitely think, why are they doing that? So one major part is the user base that WhatsApp has. Almost every other person who's digitally available today has a WhatsApp account. So that is the database that WhatsApp has. And plus almost all our private conversations are going on WhatsApp. So I'm not currently saying Meta might be doing it, but it's very easy to know if a person is cheating or not on WhatsApp. If you have control over their WhatsApp, it's basically very easy. For the contact that I have saved as my spouse or my love, I say goodnight to that chat, and I'm still active on WhatsApp for 2.5 hours after that. And if that is a pattern happening day after day, WhatsApp can easily point it out that this person might be cheating on his spouse. So that is how WhatsApp can interpret things. I'm not saying Meta is doing that right now, but they have the data with them, that is with which they can easily come to these predictions.
That's the biggest data they have.
Yeah, and that's exactly why they are willing to spend billions of dollars on a product that is zero revenue making. So they're not dumb people sitting out there spending so much money on a thing that is zero revenue making. And I think one of the best purchases that Meta did so far is WhatsApp and Instagram, definitely. I think without those two purchases, I don't think Meta would exist today, because almost all of the product that they're invested in is not performing as well as WhatsApp and Instagram. And also one more thing to put it out there is the ecosystem that Meta has actually built. Instagram, Facebook, and WhatsApp, connecting it all together, they have built a very good business ecosystem out there. Imagine I am a retailer, I have my product on WhatsApp, I have my product on my website, I run ads on Meta, people connect on it, people send me a message on WhatsApp, I close the deal on WhatsApp. So basically, I am interacting with the person is making a purchase, it's all inside the Meta ecosystem. So I don't have to go outside the Meta ecosystem today. So I think the best purchases that Meta did, one was WhatsApp and one was Instagram. And then again, regarding AI, getting to know if it's a suggestion that should come to me or if it's a suggestion that should go to my friend, I think when they start implementing it, just like how any AI would do, AI will know about it. AI will learn, AI will adapt, and their suggestions will become more apt. The only fact is, do I really require that suggestion? For example, not everyone who wears a plus sized shirt would want to do a diet. So there might be a lot of reasons behind it. So how AI correlates stuff is what is important, and when they does it sometimes wrong is when it becomes creepy.
So, talking about messengers or revolution of what we say social media, can you explain this so-called revolution of social media?
So social media, let's say social media എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ നമ്മുടെ ഇപ്പം ഇന്ത്യൻ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു കേരള എക്കോസിസ്റ്റം വെച്ച് പറയുമ്പോൾ ഓർക്കുട്ട് വുഡ് ബി ദ ഫസ്റ്റ് സോഷ്യൽ മീഡിയ പ്ലാറ്റ്ഫോം ദാറ്റ് മോസ്റ്റ് ഓഫ് us would have used. അപ്പം അവിടെ നിന്ന് സോഷ്യൽ മീഡിയ പ്ലാറ്റ്ഫോംസ് ആർ ഇവോൾവിങ് ഡേ ബൈ ഡേ. അത് ഇപ്പം ലെറ്റ്സ് സേ മെറ്റ, ഇൻസ്റ്റാഗ്രാം ഒക്കെ എടുത്തു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ 1 or 2 giants വന്നപ്പോൾ they are sticking there. But the way that social media platform is functioning has changed a lot. The best example is Instagram. The way Instagram was 5 years ago is totally different from what Instagram is today. The same happens for almost every other platforms. And whichever platforms is not able to adapt to the changing trends, they become obsolete and they go out of the field also. That's what happened with Orkut and all that. So the social media platforms, the social media platforms are here to stay if they change with the trends that is changing, and otherwise they'll have to go obsolete. And that's why all the platforms are spending majority of their talent for research and development, getting new features. If you look at Instagram, at least one new feature is being pushed out every single day. So that much people won't change. Social media is all about change also. So they won't stick to the platform for long if they feel that the features are going obsolete or outdated. And with the same aspect, let's talk about the messengers or chatbots, chat rooms that were there. Even Yahoo Messengers or even Omegle was a thing in the 90s or so. So with that, I think the coming in of dating platforms has taken a certain section of that population to the dating platforms. Obviously, there are other sections of the society which still go seeking other platforms, but I think dating apps is one major vertical that evolved or that came into place in the last decade or so. Before that, there was no formal place for dating each other or finding your match online. But dating apps as a vertical evolved. Now there are multiple competitors, all work on a very similar fundamental, but still there are a lot of platforms which has their own USPs, and a lot of families are also being relationships are also starting on these platforms, like let's say Tinder, Bumble, Adige, and all that.
These are all triggered or all being run through something called chatbots, or maybe there is a division or a push which chatbot gives to all the social medias or all the all the platforms, ഒരു വെബ്സൈറ്റ് എടുത്താൽ കൂടിയും നമുക്ക് കാണാം അതിനകത്തൊരു chat bot ഉള്ളത്. So what do you think about chatbots? Do you love them, or do you think it actually prefer people do prefer to talk to the bots, or it's better we go searching, typing
So,
things?
for chatbots is one of the inventions or innovations that has saved a lot of time and effort for a lot of companies. Let's say chatbots are very useful in, let's say, customer care, to start off the customer care process. For example, the initial part Swiggy handles it really well. For example, it filters out 4 or 5 questions before I reach a service executive. For example, what is the issue with me? If I have a spillage, if it's this issue, if it's that issue, once the second the executive picks up the call and starts talking to me, he already has so much data, and that is collected by chatbots. So chatbots is definitely a huge add-on when you look at it on the corporate side of it, in terms of customer care or in terms of customer retention. For example, I go on to Amazon. Right now it's not there, but there can be definitely be a style assistant for me on Myntra or Ajio, which can basically talk to me. For example, they'll suggest a few products and I go back to them in a very conversational way and say, I like the print of this, but I didn't like the style of this. I would like this to fit more in a that would make me look more taller. And in a very conversational with a chatbot, and if the chatbot is able to come up with very good predictive suggestions for me, then that is definitely a go-to place for me. That can be a game changer for any e-commerce platform also. If they can provide a chatbot which the user feels has an empathy or consideration, then that would be a standalone feature for an e-commerce website in the coming days. Plus, I would say when it comes to chatbots, a lot of people out there today have social anxiety. I wouldn't say even in a clinical aspect, but we don't really want to talk to a person anymore. We want to reduce human interactions, and that is where chatbot really helps us. For example, I have a food delivery order. If I have to call back and address to that grievance, I would let that slide. But if it's a chatbot, I would definitely go talk to that chatbot. So for me, if you ask me, one of the major chatbot that I use on a daily basis would be the customer care chatbots, or to discover what exact thing that I want from a particular website.
Is it that reason why ChatGPT gained a lot of prominence?
I think
It became a friend of ours.
exactly, like in ChatGPT never intimidates us. For example, if I almost all conversational chatbots are designed to function that way. Conversational chatbots, not the functional chatbots. Every conversational chatbot is its underlying fact is that it would never really oppose me or intimidate me. Even if I ask something dumb, it would first validate me. It's not your fault to believe it that way, but that is not the fact. So that comfort and care, even though that is machine manufactured, that feels like empathy to me. I'm getting that connection that is actually lacking in today's world. We are lacking real connections and real conversations in today's world. And the way the chatbots is performing is giving us a sense of false empathic connections.
Maybe it is giving a cute gratitude.
Yes, like even when I say thank you and the ChatGPT response, I feel like having a conversation with someone, even when I know that is a machine out there talking to me. And probably there are people out there replacing those conversations instead of real life connections. So if you ask me if that is a problem or not, that is definitely personally depends from person to person how much you are using. If you are replacing human connections with AI chatbots, then I definitely feel that is a problem. But as long as you are using it as a tool, that is definitely a great tool that can increase your productivity, the knowledge, and whatever aspect that you want to use it in.
നമുക്കൊരു റാപ്പിഡ് ഫയർ ആയാലോ?
പിന്നെന്താ ചെയ്യാലോ?
ഓക്കെ. And അറിയാലോ, റൂൾസ് അറിയാലോ? ക്വിക്ക് ആൻസർ ആണ് what comes into your mind. More powerful in marketing, data or creativity?
So
Rapid fire, fast, not diplomatic.
if I have to pick one, I would pick data, because that has a fixed value to it. Creativity is very subjective. Something that I find very creative, my client might call it bullshit. But
You want
data,
data driven.
so that can't happen with data.
Experience speaks, data driven marketing works better.
Yes.
So
There can't be two opinions about data.
yeah, true. Statistic always wins. Would you rather have 1 million followers or 1,000 loyal followers?
It depends on the product that I'm okay. Rapid fire, 1,000 loyal followers.
1,000 loyal guys.
I'll slightly emphasize on that. So that also depends on the product or in the long run what I'm trying to make use of that account. For example, if it's a very small account where I need reach, where I'm posting random content, I'm only looking for reach. Having 1 million number out there definitely helps me, although conversions might be low. But whereas having 1,000 loyal customers, even when I post a story, if it can get converted to 200 or 300 website visits, that definitely good. But a brand would never approach me with just 1,000 followers.
So influencers always look forward. Maybe you might have lesser number of subscribers, but you
So if
might
you
do
ask
better.
me, we as a brand, we don't look at the number of followers anymore when we do influencer campaigns, because right now, especially after reels are put out, the number of followers you have no impact, or to an extent no direct impact on the views that you can achieve. An account with 1,000 followers is clocking 1 million 2 million views, whereas an account with 1 or 2 million followers is getting only 300k 400k views. So it's all about content today, it's not about followers.
But then it was data that you choose before, then creativity.
Yeah, so again, data is what is the data you need. It's not about the number of followers you have, it's about the reach that you deliver.
Okay, I agree. Now, next question. If AI made your shopping cart for you, would you accept it?
I'm more than happy to accept it if it's right. I would obviously overview it, and if I feel it's appropriate, I'm definitely more than happy to give that job to
What
AI.
what would be that quick thing that it should add in your cart?
So let's say anything that frequently bought together
In your
stuff.
cart. In your cart. Quick thing.
It will be electronics for sure, either earbuds or chargers, connector cables, hard disks, all that electronic stuff.
Better marketing trend, memes or influencers?
Influencer, if I have to pick one again, I would pick influencers, because memes is not for everyone, and the way that it is perceived can be different. But definitely, it is one of the organic ways to reach, one of the best organic ways to reach your audience. If you have to pick one, I would pick influencers, because I feel that is a more sustainable way of promoting stuff.
Okay, this question is very strictly personal, okay? Creepiest ad you ever saw that clearly stalked your browsing history?
Since it's very personal, I don't want to put it out there, but yeah, something that happens in personal relationships. We have conversations with your brothers or your girlfriend or your fiance or whatever, and something very related to that comes up on your feed. It becomes very creepy. Even to me, it becomes very creepy.
Okay, so if you want to put it to a world, how can you put it to like
When we talk
say
doing
something?
something together, or let's say let's go to this is not the exact right way it came out, but let's say, okay, let's do this weekend, and okay, I will put it in a more non creepy way. I would say I'm telling my fiance that let's go fishing this weekend, and I sit down, I see fishing rod ads. Now imagine that about something more close to you, like going to your ancestral house or something more intimate with you, and you start seeing ads that is allied to that. That becomes creepy for you.
So even creepy ads you have got.
എല്ലാവർക്കും എല്ലാവർക്കും വരുന്നത്. There's no way
I
escaping
have never
it.
got one. Okay, I'm cheating AI now.
Probably, or because you're more open to it, you don't want to call it. See, we cannot really call it creepy because it is data driven. AI is not a pervert who's looking into your chats and trying to do anything.
Stalk you or something.
It's all about data. So
It's how you are, it gives you back.
yes, exactly.
Newton's
Right.
third law. If you had to delete one social platform forever, okay, if you're given a choice to delete one particular platform forever, which would it be?
No, correct. Is it just for me or deleting the whole platform
For
as
you.
such?
For
Okay.
you.
Okay. So in that way, I'll have to slightly reframe it also. If I'm forced to delete, if I'm asked to delete, I wouldn't delete because I'm standing in this vertical.
If you
as
had
you
to
said.
delete, if you
If
were
I'm forced to delete, I would happily pick Instagram, because that is a platform where I spend most of my time on. If I delete that, probably my productivity will go up.
future shoppings, VR malls or AI powered recommendations?
Yeah, so the way we shop is definitely changing day by day. There'll be virtual try-ons, There might be a VR showroom coming up. Not coming up, there are VR showrooms out there. So whatever technical advancements is happening, the offline retail experience is never going to stop. Obviously the online sales will increase, the dependency on offline is going to reduce, your revenue is going to increase online. But yeah, offline sales is there to stay. That will be there till the end of humans, most probably. But the percentage of time spent online and offline is going to change. And online, every single day we are going to get a new feature coming up. It can be VR, it can be virtual try-ons or whatever. It is going to change. Something might be coming up as we talk. But yeah, there will be a balance between offline and online, and offline and online both are there to stay.
You're very diplomatic. Just the right marketer we have met. So, towards the end, towards the closing, when we go, what would be that particular message as a marketer, as yours you have spent as a marketer with many multiple brands you have handled from maybe a scratch, a small scale entrepreneur to the largest Asian Paints, etc., Cadbury's, etc. What would be that one particular message as a digital marketer you would like to give upon to the upcoming digital marketers?
So one is, let it be any brand, any campaign, any client, do your research properly and get the client and the customer requirements right. So once you do the proper research and you know what the brand or its end users wants, then you're half done there. So now AI is there to help you, not just AI, the tools that is available to you to in research or coming up with ideas or defining your audience is out there. So step number one, do proper research, know what your client or their end customers wants, and then start planning your campaigns. And let it be for any small firm or a startup that is coming up, or a brand like Cadbury's or Asian Paints or whatever. This is where you start. From there you build whatever you have with your creativity. And I would say whatever AI tools or it's going to come, AI is never going to replace you, but somebody who's using AI is definitely going to replace you if you don't.